Hello and welcome back. I decided to do an extra movie haul video this week because of actually something that was kind of sad. I just patronized the going out of business sale at my local Blockbuster. And I used to go there all the time as a teenager, and then between high school and college I worked at a bookstore for a few years, and the bookstore was in the same complex as the Blockbuster, so I would go there after work. And then after I got a job elsewhere, it just wasn't really convenient to me anymore. Started visiting the libraries instead, and a couple weeks ago I actually succumbed and subscribed to Netflix, so I feel a little guilty about it all. But I did overhear some of the people there talking, and apparently they're all getting transferred or offered the option to transfer to other locations, so at least nobody's going to be out of a job. But it was still kind of bittersweet because that was this big symbol of my adolescence, but sweet at the same time because they were offering a bunch of used DVDs for only $2.69 a piece. In fact, for a while I was wandering around the store with just a huge stack, and finally I decided to limit myself just to films I'd seen and really enjoyed. So let me show you what I got. I got A Serious Man, which is the latest film from the Coen brothers, and probably my favorite Coen brothers film. They've done a lot of films that I've really liked, but this one has a really deep kind of religious message to it, although not at all a black and white clear-cut one, but it has these great theological overtones that I really enjoyed. Then I got Nobel's Son, which is this great quirky comedy. It really combines very witty humor with just kind of low, silly humor. And it has a great cast. It's Bill Pullman, Alan Rickman, Danny DeVito, Mary Steenburgen. Just a really enjoyable comedy. Then I got The Savages, a comedy drama about a pair of siblings caring for their aging parents. Really well acted, really well done. And then Drag Me to Hell, directed by Sam Raimi. This is one of those films that when I first checked it out of the library, I was not sure that I was going to like it at all, because I'm not really into gross out horror, and Sam Raimi kind of has this reputation. He did the Evil Dead films of doing just really over-the-top gore. And honestly, even though this is PG-13, and this has the unrated director's cut and the theatrical version, and I think because I'm a little squeamish, I think I watched the PG-13 version. And even that, there were some moments that were a little gruesome for me. But this is a really good film, just really a character-driven horror film, and it's this poor young woman who is trying to do the right thing, trying to look good for her boss, and garners a gypsy's curse in the process. And she is just fighting this curse, and you're really rooting for her all the way. And it's a really good film. I enjoyed it. Then I got Two Lovers, which is just a good romantic drama. And Heavenly Creatures, really odd film, directed by Peter Jackson, who's now famous as the director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, about two teenage girls who develop a really close friendship, and the mother of one of the girls disapproves, tries to get them apart from each other, and then the two girls kill her. And this is actually based on a true story. And Jackson interweaves shots of, or interpretations of, this fantasy land that the two girls create together, which makes for a really interesting counterpart to just this really brutal murder. And really well done. And then I got Spread, which is a film I actually got from Netflix a couple weeks ago. Or maybe not even a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week. And I got it because Anne Heche was in it, and I really like Anne Heche. And Ashton Kutcher is also in it, who honestly I don't really think much of his acting skills. I don't even know that I've seen him in other films. I'm not sure. But this turned out to be so much better than I thought it would be. And you may remember last week I was going on and on about Paul Morrissey and his films. And to me, this film was kind of an heir to the Paul Morrissey tradition. It's about an unscrupulous young man who makes his living off being the companion of slightly older women, And then he falls in love with a young woman who is basically playing the same game he is. And just really well done. I thought really interesting, courageous performances from the actors, and an ending I kind of liked too. I don't want to give anything away, but I would highly recommend this. And last but not least, I got Derailed, thriller starring Clive Owen and Jennifer Aniston. This film absolutely got panned at the box office, and I think maybe, I used to think I was the only person who liked it. I just thought it was well done. I thought it was well acted. There's a twist in the middle that maybe is a little predictable. I didn't see it coming, but what does that mean? But it's funny because at the sale, I ran into a friend of mine, and I was showing her what I got, and she said, "Oh, Derailed, I like that movie." So at least there are two of us out there who liked it, and I would recommend it. And if you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me for my next video.